Abraham was the father of faith. Paul rewrites the story of the Old Testament in the light of Christ. He understands it and he comprehends it. You realize that if Paul had not had his road to Damascus experience, he would have been the chief rabbi of Israel. He was more learned than any of his peers. He was trained to lead Israel. He persecuted the church. But when he was blinded and he heard the word, here words the word, "Why do you persecute me?" He saw that Christ was indeed the Messiah of whom the Scriptures spoke. How could this be? Because even in his ignorance, he was looking for the truth. So when the truth revealed himself to Paul, he was able to accept it and make the change. That's why. That's what Pharaoh did not do. The truth came, in this case it was a pre-incarnate Christ before the incarnation, but it came to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh hardened his heart. That's what it means when it says God hardened Pharaoh's heart. If a man is disposed against truth, then when truth appears, he will harden his heart and deny that it's really true. It's a willful act. The Calvinists think that God somehow reached into his heart and hardened it. That Pharaoh had no free will. Pharaoh had free will, because it works the same way today. If we are disposed against truth, if we don't want to see light, you know what we're going to do? We're going to close our eyes and deny that the light exists, even though objectively it does. That's how much freedom man has, human freedom man has. We have the freedom where we can deny our own Creator. And God respects that freedom. He respects that freedom. He has to, because He created man to be free. So if He were coercive, if He were a tyrant, if He were a totalitarian, make you believe, but that's coercion, that's not love. You have a dark world as a result. In other words, what I'm saying is, because God is love, He's also not coercive, and He respects our human freedom, even if it's to our own destruction. That's an important thing to remember. That's what John Calvin couldn't abide. He could not abide human freedom. And that is why, in the modern age, this really ties into what I'm talking about. In the modern age, in the rise of ideologies, they always end up being totalitarian. They have to, in the end, deny man's freedom. And those who do not accept the ideology will be crushed by it, will be killed by it. There is no love. There's only darkness.